An exotic but easy stuffed zucchini from a classic cookbook that set the gold standard for vegetarian cooking? Yes, please. Today we're cooking from an absolute classic, the Moosewood Cookbook by Mollie Katzen. This self-published cookbook of recipes from Mollie's Restaurant in Ithaca, New York, is a standard in vegetarian kitchens everywhere, and really anybody who's a hippie at heart had a copy of one of these. It was first published in 1973, mine is from 1977, and I've cooked several things from it. Everything has been great. One of the neat things about this book is it's completely handwritten. All of the recipes are written down by hand in handwriting. The illustrations are all done by hand. There's no typesetting of any kind. It's as much a work of art as it is a reference book. The recipe we're making today is stuffed zucchini Turkish style. I'm not that well versed in Turkish food, but I didn't recognize really anything about this as being a Turkish style stuffed zucchini. There is a stuffed zucchini from Turkey that's made by hollowing it out as a tube and then stuffing it with a mixture of rice and beef and cooking it in a tomato sauce. This is nothing at all like that. It does look like it's going to be tasty. I'm eager to give it a try. So let's get right over to the ingredients. 4 medium zucchini, 3 tablespoons of butter, 3/4 cup finely minced onion, 3 small cloves of crushed garlic, 3 beaten eggs, 1/2 cup crumbled feta cheese, 3/4 cup grated Swiss cheese, 2 tablespoons finely chopped parsley, 1 tablespoon freshly chopped dill, or 3/4 teaspoon dried dill, 1 1/2 tablespoons of flour, salt and pepper to taste, and paprika for the top. First, we'll prepare our zucchini. Wash and dry them, and then cut them in half lengthwise. We need to scoop out the insides, but leave a 1/2-inch edge to contain the filling later. I found this easiest by using a small knife to make crosshatch cuts where I'll be scooping, and then using a spoon to core the bits out. Save those insides as we'll be using them for the filling. We are going to want these halves to stay right side up while they cook, like little boats. If you use a vegetable peeler to remove a thin strip on the bottom, it will have a flat area to balance on. Before we make the filling, crush your garlic, chop your onion, and give the zucchini insides you scooped out a good chop as well. In a large skillet, melt the butter over medium heat.
All of our scooped out zucchini insides go into the melted butter. Stir them up a little bit, get them all coated. Then we'll add in our chopped onion and our garlic. We'll let all that soften up just a bit. You can add in a little bit of salt and pepper too. We don't need this to cook for long. It's going to bake in the oven too. So we're just softening the onion mostly to take kind of the bite off. But this is a Vidalia sweet onion, so there's not much of a bite to begin with. So just a couple minutes here. And while this is cooking, I'm going to heat up the oven to 375. There we go. I can see the onions already starting to turn translucent, so I just turned off the heat, let it sit just a moment, and we can stir in the other ingredients. All right, first I'm going to stir in the flour. That'll keep it from being a little less gloppy. And parsley, dill, feta, Swiss cheese, and finally 3 beaten eggs. I'll stir this in quickly so it doesn't immediately turn to scrambled eggs. That is a very interesting looking mixture. Not at all what I pictured. Very runny. Wow. Okay. Trust the recipe. Spoon the soup into the zucchinis. This is pretty crazy looking. It looks even more important now that I made those little flat sections on the bottom to help them stand, because otherwise these would be rolling all over the place. The last step is to add paprika over the top. Just give it a little bit of color. And I've got this pretty smoked paprika. Let's get these into the oven. 375 for 30 minutes until the filling sets. And now I understand a little bit more what they meant by that. Since it's so runny and kind of soupy, I guess with the eggs it's gonna solidify.
After half an hour, check your zucchini. The filling should be firm and slightly golden.
And there's our stuffed zucchinis. The shells are very soft, but the center has set, so it's not gooey anymore on the inside. So we'll let these cool off just a little bit.
Our stuffed zucchini, Turkish style, is ready. Let's plate it up. The book says to serve this with a fresh tomato salad, and that sounded like a great idea. I cut one into wedges and tossed it with some chopped basil and shallots, salt and pepper, olive oil, and balsamic vinegar.
Here we are. Let's give it a try. Smells great. Looks really good. Not what I pictured reading over the recipe. Stuffed zucchini, Turkish style. Let's see how it is. Super soft. Very easy to cut. I need another bite. Okay, first off, it's really tasty, and I definitely make this again. I'd eat it anytime. It's not what I was expecting. The herbs, like the dill and the parsley, come through, but everything else is kind of soft and mellow. The zucchini itself isn't all that flavorful. You'd think the feta and the Swiss cheese would like really salt it up, maybe tang it, and it's there. I can taste it, but it's not strong at all. It's a very gentle kind of flavor. This would be a great brunch dish. It's eggy without like being scrambled eggs or a quiche. Let's try the tomato. It is a good pairing. And for a summer dish, having the fresh zucchini and the fresh tomatoes, I mean, those go really well together. Very easy to eat, very tasty. I'm gonna have no problems finishing this and most of the rest. Probably not all in one sitting, but tomorrow morning for breakfast, definitely gonna have more. Not anything that I've seen before, but I like it. I'll make it again. Hope you try it too. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you liked the video, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and share with your friends. If you're interested in more vegetarian cooking, I can't recommend highly enough the Moosewood Cookbook. It's a classic for a reason. You can find it anywhere, and I think you'll like it. Until next time, when we choose another recipe from this cookbook collection behind me for another adventure on the Random Recipe Project.